Rory Jiwani on the other line, talking about the Fighting Fifth Hurdle specialist, Stan James, Fighting Fifth Hurdle. Good morning, Rory.
Good morning, Peter. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And just a quick going report up there. What's the weather like?
The weather is fantastic. It's an absolute, well, scorcher is a bit strong, but the sun's out and it's a great day to come racing. And yeah, if you're in the area, definitely get along. I mean, it's the first year I can remember where we've not had to worry about the weather. And we've got a great field for the Fighting Fifth, a good supporting cast. And it's a glorious day to come racing. And you know, if you're football minded as well, I'm pretty sure. Well, I know they're like laying on free buses from here afterwards to St James's Park because Newcastle are at home to West Brom later. So why not do both? Okay, well, I won't ask you if you're wearing a suit and tie today, because that's a different subject altogether. But let's talk about the big feature race, the StanJames.com Fighting Fifth Hurdle. How are you pricing it, and has there been any money from other things apart from the two in the front of the market? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously in the run-up to the race, we've laid the front two in the market. We've top-priced every runner in the StanJames.com Fighting Fifth. 10 to 11 now, my 10 to yours, who's also 5 to 1 to win the Champion Hurdle in March, Stan James Champion Hurdle, and we'll give you 8 to 1 that he wins today and that he wins the Champion Hurdle in March. Melodic Rendezvous next best at 3 to 1. It's great that we've got 8 runners, so there's 3 places 8 each way, and you know, he is a bit of in a bad each way race, you could say. He is the one that's been attracting plenty of interest. Obviously, price-wise, put up Cockney Sparrow last night, this morning, and she's obviously contracted. She was 8 to 1, 9 to 1 at one point, but because we've top priced every runner, she's now back out to 12 to 1, along with Grumetti, trained by Alan King, who's supposedly going really well at home. So obviously the top two attracting plenty of interest, but you know, definitely value elsewhere, and you know, top two, then it's 12 to 1 bar the field. So a really good race for each way punters to get stuck into. And
it must be said, actually, that's very competitive, the market that you've come out with there, because I'm not just siding with you guys, but obviously that's pretty attractive for anyone to have a bet on today. In relation to the rest of the card at Newcastle, any early movers, anything that's been catching the punter's eye?
Yeah, in the 105, I mean, Oscar Rock, who used to be trained by Harry Fry and now trained by Malcolm Jefferson, a little bit weak, 4 to 6 out to 8 to 11. And we've seen a bit of money for Ballyalton, trained by Ian Williams. Now, I remember him winning a bumper at Warwick in very good fashion, beating, I think it was Whiskey Yankee, who was trained at the time by Paul Nicholls. But Ballyalton, 100 to 30 into 3 to 1, and he's the mount of AP McCoy today, who, of course, rides my 10 to yours in the big one. In the 135, Swing Hard has been back for Sue Smith, 6 to 1 into 9 to 2 there. And then later on in the rehearsal chase, I know there's been a big word. I know Paul Keeley in the Racing Post Weekender put up Hey Big Spender, who won the race 2 years ago. That one's a 7 to 2 joint favourite, along with Vintage Star. But a really good card here at Newcastle. And of course, we've got a Hennessy as well. And 8 to 1 the field is for that race, and if you place a minimum £5 win double on the Fighting Fifth and the Hennessy, will return your stake, will match your stake with a free bet of up to £10, win or lose. So a really good incentive to get involved in both of the big races today.
Okay, thank you very much, Rory, and thank you very much as well in the week for running that competition. Hopefully the guy that wins has a good day there, and thanks for putting up that competition earlier in the week. Have a good day at Newcastle.
Cheers, Peter. Have a good one.